Hey YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire!
Tonight we'll be talking about The Flash Season
3, Episode 3,
Yay.
called Magenta.
Yay. The actress looked familiar for that.
She did.
I just couldn't place her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked her hair, like the tips of her hair though, with the pink and stuff.
magenta.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. It kind of makes me wonder, like, okay, she's known about, like, okay, Magenta has been around for, like, apparently most of Frankie's whole life, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, how'd she name herself Magenta? Like, where'd she come up with the name Magenta for herself? Like,
I don't know. That's interesting.
you know, like, I mean, and then Frankie even goes to dye her hair magenta. Like, that can't be a coincidence. So I'm like, I don't know how split personality works, but I'm just like,
Usually, like, split personality, like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess you can kind of look at it as the whole alter ego thing.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I know how that works.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not stupid,
No,
but,
I know.
like, I don't know, like, how do they name themselves?
Yeah, I don't know.
And, like, how does them naming themselves affect the actual the original personality?
Maybe because, like, her eyes turn that color too, and maybe
that's only because of the abilities.
I don't know. Maybe something in the abilities was what caused her to name her.
But she was Magenta before she met Alchemist, whatever. I don't care at this point.
Yeah.
Something.
Alchem Smalcolm.
Malcolm.
Okay, so you missed like a few minutes, and the episode started off with like one of those monologues where Barry's like, you know, I don't remember what he said word for word, but he was just like, oh yeah, you know, those times where like you're thinking of something and you just like, it feels like it's taking forever for it to happen, and like they showed like water dripping really slowly, and like Julian was frozen and stuff like that, and then there was a picture of him and Iris on his desk, and he was all telling Julian, he's like, oh, I'm gonna go on a date, you know, and so then like they show the date, and he has this wreath with a heart, like a flower heart wreath, and he's like, oh, is this too much? I can change it. And then he changes it, and it says Iris and flowers. And he's like, oh, should I change it back to the heart? And she's like, no, Barry, it's okay. It's very sweet. But, like, you know, I just want it to just be us right now. Like, I don't want your Speed or Flash or whatever. And
I want Barry, not the Flash.
So then they, like, go to the restaurant, and it's, like, this really fancy restaurant. And he's like, don't even look at the prices. And then they get these calls, like, so their date gets interrupted. And it was really awkward because I think it was awkward because they weren't fully being themselves.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's how it tends to be on a first date anyway, because, like, you have these expectations of, like, oh, do they want me to be this way or do they want me to be, like, another way? And you're both really nervous. Even
your light went out.
Even if you, like, still have been really good friends, like, going into that territory and, like, actually dating, even though you still really know each other, it's just awkward.
Yeah.
So it was an awkward date. But I liked the fact that when he's like, is this a sign that we should? And she's like, no. Yeah. And she said it really fast. Like,
and just, loud. Like,
yeah.
No.
She like, just totally, like, you know, got rid of the notion that they are not meant to be because they are.
Yeah.
So I was like, yes. It's
Iris for the win.
It's like, it's not going to be like Supergirl where they're just like done with James and Kara for right now.
Yeah.
So.
Which I think is
seriously, a lot of people thought that it was just going to be typical CW where they were just going to like have all this drama and like mess up Barry and Iris for this episode because of like what happened with the date and all that, because like they did it with Olicity and they did it with, you know, Kara and James.
Yeah.
So they were worried about it happening. It's like, no, but we've waited 2 years for this, and like Barry and Iris are a lot better couple than like the others are.
Well, I mean, besides that, like, okay, Kara and Jimmy, I don't think that ever happened in the comics.
Yeah, and Felicity never happened in the comics.
Yeah, Felicity was never even a character in the comics.
But West Allen did.
Yeah,
that's been like, what? Flash comics have been around for like 60 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they're iconic, and they're comic book canon. So,
yeah, don't screw it up.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't care if you screw with the whole Wally and
Jesse.
No.
Oh, Linda.
Yeah, Wally and Linda thing. Because Wally and Linda don't create the Flash family. Like,
yeah,
you know, like they don't create the iconic family line. They're part of it. I just think because of Wally.
Yeah,
like
I think that it really works with like him and Jesse because even though like it's not Linda, like they're both gonna have powers and they're both gonna be speedsters and
they're both really smart.
Yeah, and I think that it's a really cute combination. Yeah. Like, I mean, you know, they're not going to do everything exactly like the comics. I mean, yeah, some things need to be done that are from the comics, but not everything. And so, I mean, I'm anxious to see what more is going to happen with Wally and Jesse. So,
yeah, I thought Wally was really stupid this episode.
He was stupid for jumping in front of a freaking car.
I mean, I understand his intentions, you know.
Yeah, but that's not gonna automatically make you have speed. Like, seriously.
No, it's like they haven't manifested for you yet. You can't jumpstart them. Like, no. Jessie didn't jumpstart her abilities.
No, neither did Barry.
Like, it's just like it happened at like that moment.
The way that Jessie was explaining it to Wally, though, I mean,
it sounded like she jump-started it, but
yeah,
I don't think she did. I think, like, what happened was that she just got friggin' lucky.
Yeah, but I think it almost, like, just some of the things she was describing sounded similar to, like, how Barry discovered that he was the Flash, because, like, you know, things froze. And, like, things were moving really slowly, and then he was, like, you know, sped off and stuff. So, I mean, it was a little bit similar, but... Also, I like the fact that she saved him from the car, kind of like Barry did with Iris in the pilot. So, people liked that little parallel.
Yeah. That's what you do for the people you love.
Exactly.
I loved her line. You know, when I found out I had these abilities, you were the first one I wanted to call. I'm like, okay, I'm so on board with their relationship. And, like, she's always going, where's Wally? And then Wally's like, let me talk to her. I'm like, come on, just, like, give me that kiss already.
Mm-hmm. I want them to.
Yeah, like, you can see it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They just need to go on that date already. I mean...
And, like, when she came through the portal, he was like, Jessie! Like, he actually was, like, excited about it.
Yeah.
So, I liked that Wells was on it again, though.
Yeah, he was really sarcastic.
He was. It was
awesome. This is the repercussions of Flashpoint, is that we get a sarcastic Harrison Wells. Like,
he's like, not. It's like, okay, whoa, like... And then down the snarkiness.
Yeah, and I know this doesn't have anything to do with tonight's episode, but on the preview, like, they're like, it's like he's a
mirror master.
All like, oh wait, I got this, and then he's like mirror master, and he's like, dude, and then he's like, boom. And I'm like, since when does Harrison Wells boom? Like, what? Like, this is a whole new Harrison Wells.
It was awesome. Oh, and I also have to mention from the promo. Does this mirror do these pants make my butt look big?
Yes. My answer to that, you look sexy whether your butt big or not, girl. Come on now.
I really want to know how Barry's going to respond to that.
Right? Like,
I really want to know.
Hey, it came back on. I looked at the light, now I can't see the screen.
Well, okay. Even if it was out, it's still, the lighting didn't really change that much. It actually looked pretty good.
For you, it didn't change much. For me, it's like, or
whatever. It's still fine.
Yeah. Just half of me looks wider than the other. You're just in the perfect position.
No, I'm trying to block it so that
that's not gonna happen because it's coming from up and down. See, my arm can block it, but you can't. So back to this episode specifically.
Okay.
What did you like about it?
I liked a lot of things about it, actually. Some people said that it wasn't that great of an episode. Other people said it was a good episode. So I personally, of the first 3 episodes, thought Flashpoint was the best, and this was like the second best. The second episode.
Of the date?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Flashpoint was just really well done.
It was.
Like, I just really liked everything about that episode, really. Mm-hmm. The second one was okay.
Yeah.
This one I thought was good. I liked the message of it. I liked, seeing Jesse and Wells again. I liked, of course, the West Ellen stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, even the awkward date was cute because of what he did for her. Like, he wanted to make it sweet and perfect because he's, like, a romantic and he loves Iris so much that he has to, like, do these grand gestures. But the last scene was the best.
Yeah.
Truly the best. Yeah. So I liked those things. We didn't see that much of Caitlin this episode.
No, but what we did see, like, she's totally scared of her powers.
She is.
I think it's just because she even in this universe, she faced off against herself. She watched herself die.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the Frost version of her.
Yeah.
And now she's facing the fact that she's going to become Frost. And she's worried. She's probably worried that that's going to turn her. Because the other version let the ice consume her.
Yeah.
Like, almost, like, to the point where her heart was probably frozen.
And I think, too, like, just... I mean, I think Julian's getting more, like, mysterious. Kind of.
I isolated the isotopes and the whatever. I don't know what to call them yet, but I know what they look like. I'm like, sure, dude. Sure. Let's go with that.
I don't know. I also just liked the fact that, Wells was struggling with, like, letting Jessie use her powers, and, like, Joe didn't want Wally to use his powers, and then, like,
well, Wally doesn't have them yet.
I know, but still. And, like, then, the whole story with Magenta and, like, what she went through, with her foster parents and stuff like that. So I just thought that, like, those stories and the message of it were really good.
Mm-hmm. So I do think that because Magenta failed her mission, that Dr. Alchemy, is it Alchemy?
Yes.
He's going to go after her, because that's why he went after the rival, is because he didn't do what he set out to do.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So he's gonna go after
her. And I mean, she legitimately felt bad about it.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And, Barry helped her. So,
yeah.
I mean, the Flash helped her, but...
Yeah. But when she was explaining how it got to the point where she needed alchemy, that her dreams just got, like, so bad. They just started hurting. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if Wally's gonna start hurting, then he's gonna find a way to get his powers. He's gonna go to Dr. Alchemy. He's gonna go that route because it's the only route available. The question is whether or not alchemy actually helps him. Because, like, it seems like alchemy is against the Flash, and, like, if Wally's, like, ideal thing is to help Barry save people, help the Flash, then I don't know if alchemy would help him.
I don't know.
I mean, unless he feeds on the energy that they get from completing their like, ideal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if Magenta would have defeated Frankie and killed everyone in the hospital, then does Dr. Alchemy get something from that? Like, is he fed off the completion of their desires?
Mm-hmm.
Or is he just fed off giving them the ability to do their desire?
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, if he feeds off the completion of their desire, then that would give him a reason to help Wally get his abilities. But
yeah,
I'm not exactly sure why he helps them.
Yeah.
Just
yet. He will get his powers back.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like this timeline so far?
I do. I really do. I like that, even though I can tell that it's hurting Barry, I like seeing him go through stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like, he's not holding it in anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He's letting it out, and, like, people can see how it's affecting him.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in the past few seasons, he's holding it all in because of whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Which, I guess, according to Joe, is what he used to do, because he was his second daughter!
Which is weird if you think about it.
Well, I mean, a lot of guys hold in their emotions and don't talk about it. But Barry's a very emotional person.
Yeah.
He shares what he's feeling. He's very outward with how he feels. And that's more feminine than masculine.
Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it's weird that he does that. I'm saying that it was weird that Joe called him that. Yeah. Because, like, if you think about it from a familial standpoint, family standpoint, like, him calling him that would mean that he's, like, his son. Or, like, you know, oh, you're, like, my second daughter. Like, you're, like, another daughter to me. I don't know.
I think he was just meaning, like, personality-wise. Like,
I know. I'm just,
how he shared himself.
People that, like, want to come up with stupid, crazy arguments for reasons why certain people can't be together would use that.
Yeah, but I don't see how that would help him get with Caitlin.
I know, I don't either.
That would be more of an argument for him getting with some dude.
Yeah, it was just funny because the way Joe referred to it.
Like, like Barry and Cisco.
Yeah, basically. Cisco's awesome, though.
He is, but I can't picture Cisco dating Barry.
No, I can't either.
I mean, I really like him with the Golden Glider.
Yeah, I could picture him with Caitlin, too, just because they have a good friendship.
Yeah, but
I can really only see them as friends.
Yeah, I want the Golden Glider to, like, become his GF.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't even know if she exists in this new timeline.
I don't know.
Like,
anyway, yeah, it was funny how he referred to him that way. And it is true. I mean, Barry is a lot more open, especially now. Like, and I think he realizes the full impact of what he did and what happened and, like, you know, how it's changed for everybody else, including himself. And, you know, I think that that his goal, like, right now is to just strive to make sure everything is good for everyone and for himself and for Iris and, you know, all of that.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't believe that he's going to screw things up with Iris this time.
He better not.
Because he's being more open. Like, she freaking told him, she's like, you're going to be honest with me or we are not doing this.
Yeah.
So, like, you know.
Or this can't happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And, like,
no sexy times? None of that stuff? Like, I can't picture it at all.
I need my West Allen sexy times.
We'll get them soon enough, my friend. We will get them. I can't wait, actually.
Me neither.
Oh, I can just, like, picture it.
Can you picture the moment? Okay, because Barry's still living with Joe.
Where's Iris living?
I think she still has her own apartment. Can you picture?
Well,
I mean, like, okay, like, that can happen over there, but, like, I mean, she's, like, visiting her dad one night, and, like, maybe she just has to stay over because she's too drunk to drive. But she's not drunk enough to be out of her mind, you know? Like, her blood alcohol level would just be too high. So she just stays there, and Joe walks into Barry's room, and they're like just asleep there together, and it's obvious that they've been naked for a while. Like, I could just like
Joe would be like, "What the hell is going on here?"
Like, Joe doesn't even know right now.
He'd probably freaking yell so loud. He'd like, "Wait,
Barry!"
He'd be like, "What the hell are you doing with my daughter?"
New ground rules, Barry!
And Iris would be like, "Dad, it's okay.
Yes.
Chill."
I think his first reaction would be like, Iris, what are you doing in Barry's room?
It's like, what? So I've never been in his room before?
Right?
I mean, they're best friends.
What are you doing naked in Barry's bed? With Barry naked next to you.
Oh, did we forget to tell you? We're in a relationship now. What?
I thought I heard something weird last night.
Oh my gosh.
I thought it was Barry just having his man time. Like. Okay, we're done.
Whoa!
That's done.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh. I'm sorry. But yeah, that would be hilarious.
Right? I mean, they wouldn't go that far in CW, but...
Well, you never know. They can get pretty...
Well, yeah. But I don't think on The Flash they'd do that. It just doesn't feel Flash-like.
No.
It doesn't jive with the...
Oh, you mean like having
show.
Joe confront, like, see them and stuff?
Yeah. And... Yeah.
Them being in bed together.
Well, I mean, they showed her and,
Eddie.
yeah, in bed together.
Yeah, but they were clothed.
They were about to get it on, and that was completely obvious.
Actually, that was morning after.
Yeah, but they were about to get it on again.
Yeah.
So.
Which I'm glad they just went to the next scene. But anyway. I'm sure it will be much better when it's Barry and Iris.
I'll enjoy it much better.
Of course. Of course we will.
Yeah. Like, wait, what is that?
I just want them to, like, come in. I just want them, wherever it is, like, her apartment, whatever. I just want them to, like, come in and, like, just start kissing, like, against the wall. I mean,
like in Earth 2, when Iris just freaking pinned Barry against the wall, and like, oh, no.
Or he hits her against the wall, it's like, you know. And it's like, let's take this to the bedroom. Okay.
Like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then the camera doesn't follow, and we're like, damn it.
It's like, son of a bitch.
Then we have to go watch Wally Save the World while they're having their
and
fun.
then they'll pant, and then they'll, like, go to when they're in bed after having done that.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll just be all talking.
And then magically be fully clothed
and
because
be like,
Barry.
Be like all sweet and like romantic. Like, how was that? Was it so amazing? Oh my gosh, it was.
I don't think they'd say that.
I know, I'm just kidding.
I think, like, they'd show, like, because it's obvious Iris has done this before, but I don't think, like, especially since he's got his powers. So it's been, like, 3 years since Barry's, like, done the happy.
Intimate.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, he almost did it with Linda.
Yeah,
but that
didn't
didn't
go
happen.
farther than what they did.
Yeah, the shirt came off and that was it.
Yeah, some heavy making out.
Yeah. But, like...
No, didn't he sleep with Patty, though?
No.
Really?
If he slept with Patty, she would know something was up. I mean, because you did notice that when he was getting all hot and heavy with Linda, he couldn't control his speed.
No, I know. But,
so,
like, when he
was... No, when... Like, they get hot and heavy that way, like, he wouldn't be able to... She would know that that's going way too fast.
But, like, there were scenes where, like, he and Patty were in bed together.
Well, they could have slept next to each other.
Woke up from, like, those dreams he was having of, like, Zoom or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Like, I mean, they could have just slept next to each other,
Yeah.
but I highly doubt they actually did it.
Okay.
Because, like, he can't control how fast he's going.
People have written some very, very, very good fanfics about West Ellen with that type of stuff. So.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Some smutty stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm sure it will be very tastefully done.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a TV show.
Yeah.
And it's not on HBO or any of that crap, so you're not going to see anything that explicit. But it'll still be sweet and romantic.
Yeah. They'll do it very well.
I mean, hey, when Olicity did it, that was hot.
Every time Olicity did it, it was hot.
But that first time, though.
Yeah.
That was like, yeah.
Well, it's because Ollie was saying goodbye.
But I mean, if I could only imagine, like, if you could, I mean, if that's good, I can only imagine how it would be with them.
And that was in the League of Assassins. That was their first time, wasn't it?
That was season 3, right? I believe it was season 3.
Yeah, because in season 2 was when Sarah came back and he was getting it on with Sarah. Aww.
Yeah, it was season 3 because that's when Olicity kind of got together. So
yeah, they drove off in the end of season 3.
Yeah. Anyway, theirs was good, so I'm sure that West Ellen's will be too.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's the first time they're showing the main flagship couple together.
Yeah, I mean, if it's anything like Lois and Clark. And that was a CW show, okay? So CW can bring it.
Uh-huh. I mean, apparently it created an earthquake. So, I mean...
No, but I mean, like, in that Pandora one.
No, yeah.
That was like, woo!
Yeah. Okay, so I think we've been on this topic a little too long. But it's so fun to talk about.
Sorry. I'm just having a lot of feelings.
Okay.
What?
So, what else did we like?
I don't really think that we can, like, continue after that. Alright. Thank you for watching our lovely commentary about that.
Yes.
Moving on. What did you like about the episode? It's your turn to answer. I mean, I'll continue, but...
Okay, what I liked was that, how, like, it showed that Jessie wasn't as fast as I thought she would be, which I liked because she shouldn't be as fast as I thought she was.
At least not at this point.
Yeah, like, she was having a hard time keeping the ship above the hospital. Yeah. Like, I mean, she is a brand new speedster, you know? So I'm happy that they're not just going like, yeah, let's just give her the ability she's fast as Barry. No, Barry took 3 years.
Yeah. And he's still, like, figuring out new things to do with, like, his
he's still, and sometimes he still has to wear that chest piece to make him go fast enough. So, I mean, yeah. I liked how, like, Frank, like, he talked Magenta down and Frankie took over, and then he just held her there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh!
I liked that, too, because, like, when I was watching that, it just reminded me of, like, how much heart and how much, like, you know, positivity and stuff the show has, and, like, how Barry can just be a really, like, great person in situations like that for people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, not that other superhero shows don't have that. It's just that I think The Flash is kind of special in that way. So.
Yeah. I want to be hugged by Barry.
Seriously, what woman doesn't want to be hugged by him?
I don't know.
It's Grant Gustin. Seriously.
A gay one? I mean, superhero might want to just be
Let's
hugged by
just put it this way.
Anyways,
Candace Patton is a very, very lucky woman.
Oh, hell yeah. and Barry is a very, very lucky man.
Yes. Yes, he is.
or Grant Gustin, I guess.
Yeah,
I should say.
Grant.
So yeah. But I also I liked how, like, I'm not a huge fan of the actor that plays Wally.
Oh, Key.
Yeah, because, like...
whatever. I don't know how you say his name.
Like, he hasn't really shown very much, like, acting chops.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's better than some other people that I've watched in shows. Yes, seriously, he is. I've seen a lot worse than that.
Jennifer...
Morrison.
Yes.
Sorry,
Once
Emma
upon a
fans.
time.
Emma, the only way Emma will be a good character is in fan fiction.
Yeah.
Because people can write her however they want to.
And you can feel the feels that way.
Yes.
Not through the character.
But
I mean, he's not as bad as her.
No, I mean, like, he has a lot to work on.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still pretty young. Like, I don't know if he's done a whole lot of other acting roles before this. I don't know. I don't really know that much about him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's probably still kind of, like, learning his craft.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm sure that, like, as the seasons go on, he'll get better.
Yeah. But, like, this episode, like, the way he was playing, like, I thought he did really good. I mean, yeah, there were a few parts when I was just like, tweak this here and tweak that there.
Yeah, I thought that he could have been a little better in some areas, too.
Yeah, but, like, I didn't have as much issue with him in this episode as I usually do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the issues I have with him aren't as significant that I need to keep bringing it up every episode.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that. But, yeah, this episode, he did a lot better than usual.
He did.
It was just, like, maybe 2 or 3 instances in, like, his, almost 20... He was almost on the entire episode.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the scenes where, like, he's with Jesse, like, help, because, like, you know, they have good chemistry, so it, like, helps, you know.
Yeah, although one of my issues was with one of those scenes.
Yeah, where they're talking outside.
Yeah, when, like, he kind of runs up to her, you know, and catches up to her, and she's like...
I was thinking that one, too.
Yeah, like, when she's, like, confronting him about her father, like, there's, like, a moment in there where it just didn't click.
Yeah.
But then after that, it went really well. Mm-hmm. And I thought, like, the scene where she was yelling at him was really well done by both of them.
And then, of course, like, where Barry's like, what the hell did you think you were doing?
Yes!
Like, he was being such a dad.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, Barry looks over at Joe, anything else you want to add?
He's like, nope, that pretty much covered it.
Yeah.
People were all saying online that, like, he's gonna be a tough parent, Barry.
Well, he's gonna have to watch after the tornado twins, so, yes. Tough parent indeed. I mean, seriously.
They're gonna be good.
2 speedsters.
They'll be good parents.
Yeah. Can you imagine Iris running around the house after 2 speedster babies?
No.
Like, that's not gonna work out.
Barry,
your children are running around the house.
Barry's gonna be speeding all around the house, chasing them, and Iris is just gonna be like,
I can't put up with this.
Barry?
Yeah. Like, every time she has a problem, Barry. When
your children
you're right.
are acting up, come and help me.
I can imagine the moment she finally has to change, like, the first diaper. And, like, the speed at which projectiles will just, like, she won't have time to move. Like, that baby poop will just go everywhere.
Ew. Ew.
I mean,
that's gross.
Dude, Cisco's gonna have to make some special baby diapers.
He is going to.
Like, and they're gonna have to make machine washable because they can't throw away that material.
Oh! Did they ever address any of the baby stuff in the comics?
I don't know.
Or were they already, like, grown up by that point?
I am not sure. I do know that in that one Young Justice episode when they mentioned them, like, Iris hadn't even told Barry she was pregnant yet.
I know, but I mean, like,
so,
was there any point where they were, like, born already, and they were babies, and, like, they had to deal with the speed of them?
I don't know about in the comics.
Okay.
Because I haven't read that.
Okay.
So.
Well, anyway, it would be really funny.
Yeah. But, I just really enjoy the Wally and Jesse scenes.
Yeah, me too.
Because they just click so well.
They do.
And I loved how the very last like date that Barry and Iris had, she was like, when he's like, I think I know why the first one didn't work.
Yeah.
It's because we were rejecting part of who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we can't be us without having the Flash, because I am a speedster, and I can't be me without that anymore.
And I think that was kind of the message of the episode, is, like, just embracing who you are.
Yeah.
Because, like, Magenta, you know, has, like, Frankie and Magenta. And, like, you know, Jessie and, like, Wells letting Jessie be who she is and use her speed. And then, like, you know, Wally trying to figure all of that stuff out. And then Barry and Iris. So I think that it, like, I don't know. I think that that was just kind of the theme of the episode. They
were taking a page from Supergirl's book.
Yeah.
Not that I mind one bit. But, like...
Can we just talk about that, though? That was just so beautiful and romantic.
Yeah. And, like, he just speeds her off.
Like, it was like a gazebo type thing, and I love gazebos.
Yeah.
Like,
and she was so accepting of the fact that he had to run away.
Yeah. She's like, go, you know, it's fine.
Like, you'll come back, and then we'll finish the date.
See, look, what, like, got me, like, not upset necessarily, but I just kept seeing it everywhere, was they're like, he just left her there? How is Iris gonna get home? I'm just thinking,
it's still daylight, people.
I'm just thinking, just because he had to speed off doesn't mean that the date is over.
Right? Like, it's still daylight, and if not, there were lights in the gazebo.
And do you really not have that much faith in Barry to think that he would leave her there?
Yeah, it's called finish the date.
I mean, he's going to come back, and they're going to finish their date, and they're going to have a good time.
Yes.
Because
they said so.
Because it's not going to be awkward, because they're actually being honest with each other, and they're, like, you know, embracing everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's going to be great.
It will be.
So.
Yeah.
How long do you think it's going to be before that actually happens?
I'm
just curious. Because this season is going to be heavily focused on them.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, Iris moves pretty fast with Eddie.
Yeah, but I think with Barry it's gonna be slower.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's gonna happen this season. I mean, if it does, it'll be like in the last half.
But really, do you think that they would really put it off for that long? I mean, if you were in a relationship with somebody like that, and you love them, like, completely, how long would you actually want to wait?
Would I want to wait? I wouldn't. But
exactly.
How long would I wait?
Yeah.
I'm one who would actually wait for marriage.
No, I know that. But I'm just saying, like, thinking realistically.
Yeah.
It's Barry and Iris.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's going to be, like, a whole season before that happens. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
But, yeah. Anyway.
Like, I'm not saying it'll be the whole season.
No,
it'll be
I know.
like the last half, if
like,
it happens.
I'm just into the whole, like, flirting now. And, like, the little sweet little moments that we're going to get. Like, the whole freaking, does my butt look big in these pants?
I can't wait for Christmas. It's always good. It's always good. And this year,
the Christmas episodes are always great. Like, in the first season, it was when he confessed his feelings to her. The second season, it was...
He gave her a key.
Yeah.
No. He didn't give her a key. He gave her a necklace.
He gave her the necklace in the first one.
Okay, then what did he give her in the second one?
I don't remember.
Was that the confession?
No, the first season, episode 9 of season 1.
Yeah.
Seriously, I will not forget what episode that is, okay? I freaking died when that scene happened. Okay, anyway, or I really freaked out. But anyway, yeah, he gives her the necklace with, like, her mom's ring on it in the first season episode, like, before the whole confession and all that. Second season, it was good, but I don't remember, like, all of this stuff that happened.
I don't think he gave her her mom's ring in the first season. I think that was the second season.
No, it was the first.
Because
he put it around her. He put it on her, and she gave him the telescope or the not the telescope, the
microscope.
Microscope. Yeah, that was the first season. So,
if you guys remember what the hell they gave each other in season 2 Christmas, put it down below.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm sure this season will be really great because they're together.
Be the first kiss in front of family.
It'll be mistletoe kiss. I love those. I'm sorry.
You know what? I kind of hope that Jesse stays through Christmas episode.
Do you really think Wells and Jesse are going to be leaving anytime soon? I don't think so.
No. He
said they're only going to stay for a few days, but they're probably going to be on it for the rest of the time.
I don't think they're going to be on it for the rest of the time if they're going to bring in Wally as a Flash.
Yeah, but I mean...
Because they can't have 3 speedsters.
Maybe they'll just be on it for the first half. And then the second half won't.
Yeah. Because, like, they've even, like, stated that, like, because people are worried about there being too many speedsters in the same...
Because what they're building up to right now is Killer Frost.
Yeah.
So, I think once they do that... Then, yeah.
Yeah. Because people are worried about there being too many speedsters in the same Earth.
Yeah, same
on the show, basically. Yeah. And so the response was, well, we have different Earths. So therefore stating that Jessie will go back to her own Earth and be the Flash there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of like a doomed relationship, but it's my relationship. Like,
seriously, the doomed relationships are usually the best relationships.
And I mean, seriously, she has a way to get back and forth. They can date.
Yeah, I mean, it's called a portal, people.
Yeah. And, like, Barry's not going to stop being the Flash anytime soon.
And if they had used the portal right on Once Upon a Time, maybe they could have done some other stuff with it.
Yeah.
But that's for another time. It is. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I love relationships that are endgame and they, end up together in the end and are happy and everything. But
I think the one who'll do the most visiting would be Wally, because there's already a Flash in his universe. He's not leaving it unprotected.
A lot of the time, the couples that I end up really liking are ones that don't end up together, which really sucks because all you have is just this little bit of them together, and then it's just not there anymore.
Yeah, but I think they're hinting at the fact that they are going to be a couple.
Yeah.
Because, like, the first person I want to tell. And, like, he's always with her.
Yeah, and I mean, even, like, last season when, like, she first came on there, they just had a connection. So, yeah, they are building that up. So. But, yeah, I just really liked that last part. I mean, the rose was so sweet.
It was.
And what I really liked what somebody said on Tumblr. They were like, they liked the fact that Iris was the one to initiate the kiss this time because he's always the one that kisses her first.
Yeah.
So they liked the fact that she did it. And
I didn't even notice that. Like, I know he's always the one that initiates it, but I didn't notice that she did it this time.
Yeah, she did. And then, like, when he, after he got the call and she's like, go and whatever, and then he kissed her. It was, like, twice. So people were, like, 3 kisses in one episode, like. So there's been, what, 3 or 4 kisses now that she won't forget?
Hell yes. But I do think that Barry kind of needs to get over himself and realize, yeah, he done screwed up, and there's going to be a lot more consequences to that because of Dr. Alchemy.
Yeah.
So he just needs to put on his big boy britches and get the hell over it.
Mm-hmm. I think he's going to, because he's being a lot more open now.
Mm-hmm.
And also I like how Iris is. She's just a really great addition to the team.
Yeah.
Because she's kind of like the balance. Like, she's the grounded one. So she's kind of the one that's able to, like, get people to, like, realize stuff if they're acting a certain way. She's the one that's kind of the sounding board and, like, is the one that's able to give them advice and be like, hey, you know, you're acting really dumb. Like, you know, this is Barry or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I liked seeing her being investigative reporter Iris.
Yeah.
And it's nice that they're giving her more to do for finally this season. Like, she's actually got more screen time. Yeah. And she's doing more stuff. And she's more involved. And that's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
I agree. So, is there anything else we have to say?
Not really.
Well, I guess if you made it to the end of the video, congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. But you know what? We have fun with the Flash videos.
We do.
So they tend to be longer than our other ones because we enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, not that we don't enjoy the other ones.
Yeah, but we just tend to go off on tangents and rants, so.
Because the Flash is more goofy.
Yeah, and there's a lot more to talk about. And West Allen, hello!
Right? Like, it's an actual comic book couple that's, like, we know for sure is actually going to get together. Like,
they're the Lois and Clark of the Flash.
Yeah, and, like the writers have said, they are Endgame. So, like, it's fun watching them and speculating.
It's comic book canon, people.
It is. It's called history. You can't screw with it.
Oh my gosh. I can totally say so many things about that, but I'm not going to. Because it's already long video. Anyway, can't screw with history, all the time travel stuff.
I know.
Okay. I'm just gonna
But we've seen the repercussions of all of that.
Oh, I know.
So you can't screw with history.
You can, you just have consequences.
A really bad one.
I mean, take Barry, what he did.
Yeah.
Bad consequences. We're right there.
Yeah. I mean, like, Iris not even knowing he existed. So. It hurt my soul.
Mine too.
We got through it together. Okay, so, I hope you enjoyed the video. Yes. Congratulations if you made it this far. Give yourselves a clap.
Give yourselves a pat on the back and a high
five. Yay! So I guess until next time,
keep believing in the impossible.